So again, good morning everyone. So for our topic po, last I had discussed about the learning competency. I already give that, and for the recap, teaching and learning with technology. This is only an introduction, and my topic was about lesson 1, ICT competency standards for Philippine pre-service teacher education. Again, I am your reporter, and we are going to continue our lesson. And before that, I'm going to give a simple recap. Our learning outcomes, we have tackled it. I already give the definition about the technology, that technology is an effective tool that can make education more meaningful and engaging for teacher and student alike. Now here, the ICT competency standard is made up of 7 domains, and each domain has a set of competencies, and it was expressed with desired learning outcomes. So, ayan, yung domain 1 natin, di ba po, na lesson ko na po, last meeting natin. The domain 1 is about the understanding ICT in education. So, no need po para isa-isahin natin to dahil tapos na tayo dito. Again po, domain 1 is about understanding ICT in education. Domain 2 is about curriculum and assessment. Domain 3 is about pedagogy, and domain 4 is about technology tools. Domain 5 is about organization and administration. Domain 6 about teacher professional learning, and our last but not totally the least was the domain 7 about the teacher's disposition. Now, to continue our lesson, the Depth and Order 42 series of 2017 mandating the use of the Philippine Professional Standard for teachers to start with the beginning teachers who are newly graduate from the teacher education program. Now, to ensure the standard, it is made up of, kumbaga po, likewise, the Department of Education nag-issue po ng Order of Series of 42 in 2017, which is ito po yung mga about our advantage for those students na highly recommended ngayon, which is fresh graduates, kumbaga po. So, when we were in first year, so third year na po kami ngayon, first grad po nun si Ma'am Queenie, si Ma'am Yumi, and si Sir Arnel, if kilala nyo. So, next slide. The 21st century competency standard to learn and master that learners will be. So, the first one is to be creative. The second one is to be enjoyable, or to enjoy the learn while you are learning, you need to enjoy para hindi, kumbaga po, hindi natin masyadong naaano yung pag-aaral natin. Kasi kung poproblemahin natin or hindi natin isasabay-sabay, what more pa? What if kung habang nag-aano tayo, we are learning or gaining some knowledge, ini-enjoy lang natin, kumbaga naaano natin, graduate na tayo. If ever from step 1, kung hindi natin ina-address from the day 1 up to the end, maiisip na lang natin yung day 1, masasabi na natin na day 5 na at the next level. So, now, ISTE, National Education Technology Standards for Teacher, or NETST, is an international organization for educational technology called International Society for Technology and Education, or ST, established standards for both teachers and students. So, ang ST, pag sinabi nating ST, global siya or para sa lahat or national. And this is a organization na nag-aano sila, nagre-raise sila ng to organize the international, the education and the technological called the Society for the Standards. Naglabas sila ng standards for teachers and students. Now, with the group search from the SCHED website, any the following of CMO 74, these standards were also referred to in the development of the Philippine ICT Competency Standard, which include the following. Now, we have here the 6 standards for the development of the Philippine ICT competency. What are these? So, we have A6. The first one is called the Standard 1. Kung sa past lesson natin, past slide natin, we have a domain, we have 7 domain. Now, we have, yung ST naman ay naglabas ng organization which have a standard 1 up to 6. Now, standard 1, technology operation and concept. So, this means that the teachers demonstrate a sound and understanding of technology, operation, and the concept. So when we say technology, operation, and concept, it is all about demonstrating the sound to understand of technology, operation, and also the concept. Now, standard 2. Ito po, standard 2. Kung nakikita niyo naman po yung icon pointing. So, ito po, standard 2, planning and designing learning environment and experiences. Planning and designing learning environment and experiences, this standard po implies that teachers utilize the use of technology to plan and design effective learning environment and experience. For the standard 3 naman po, it is about teaching and learning the curriculum. So bakit kaya nasabi natin teaching and learning the curriculum? So pag sinabi natin etong standard 3, teacher should be mindful that in the implementation of curriculum plan, they have to include strategies for applying technology to maximize students or to maximize the students' learning about the teaching and learning curriculum. So, ano nga po ang curriculum? Pag sinabi natin curriculum, kailangan natin dynamic to. Kasi sabi po, dynamic ang curriculum. Masasabi natin dynamic kasi according to sa needs. Kung ano yung kailangan ng environment, kailangan i-comply siya ng curriculum needs natin. Next slide is the standard 4. It is about assessment and evaluation. So pag nababasa natin na assessment and evaluation, ang unang pumapasok sa isipan natin is about exam, quizzes, about the topic, magkakaroon ng quiz after the topic or before the topic. Now, pag assessment and evaluation, it is under standard 4, teachers apply technology to facilitate a variety of effective assessment and evaluation strategies to collect and analyze those data that interprets results and communicate findings to improve the instructional practice to maximize again the student learning. Now, standard 5, productivity and professional practice. So ano naman kaya tong standard 5? So when we say productivity and professional practice, teachers use technology to engage in ongoing professional development and lifelong learning in support of student learning. And also, it increases the productivity and to build community of learners. Next, standard 6, social, ethical, legal, and human issues. So, dito naman sa last standards natin na binigay ng ST organization, it is the teachers on how they understand the social, ethical, and legal issues of human issues in the surroundings. While the use of technology in support of students learning who come from diverse background, affirm diversity, promote safe and healthy use of technology, resources, and facilitate to access the technology resources for all the students. Likewise, ISTE or ST also develops standards needed for students that so-called what do you call this? These standards will be used as the guide by teachers to plan technology-based activities in while students achieve and on how the students will achieve success in learning, communication, and lifelong skills. Kumbaga po. So, for the next slide. ST again, ST National Education Technology Standards for Students. From now, technology and teachers facilitate learners' outcomes of students' learning. That should be indicated that the following standards have been complied dapat or complied with. So we have here again A6 ST standards again. Pero iba to sa unang standards kanina na tinakal natin. So first one is standard 1. Ito yung mga dapat na dito po sa ST dito sa 6 plus ST natin na binigay ng ST plus technology standards. Ito yung mga learning outcomes na kung saan dapat ma-follow itong mga standards nito or ma-comply natin as a future teacher. Now, first standard would be creative and innovation. Creativity and innovation. So when we say creativity, ang pumapasok sa isipan natin is how we build or how we are going to create something new or something unique. And when you say innovation, ito naman yung kumbaga kung paano natin from a single piece, kung paano natin siya may innovate para mas maganda yung isang piece. Just like creativity and innovation, this standard will produce a student who demonstrate creative things, construct with knowledge, develop innovative products and processes the technology from existing knowledge. Second one, the standard 2, communication and collaboration. So communication and collaboration, these standards require students to use digital media and environment communicate and work collaboratively to support individual learning, to contribute to the learning of others. So this includes the use of variety of the formats and global awareness with learnings from their cultures. Here po sa standard 3, sorry, it was typographical error. It should be and not ABD. So standard 3 is about research and information fluency. So students are expected to apply. Students apply a digital tools to gather and also to evaluate the use of information and plan strategies for inquiry. These standards expect that the student and also the teacher were locating and also organize, analyze, evaluate, synthesize, and ethically use information from a variety of sources and media. Now, let's come now to the standard 4, 5, and the next slide. Standard 4 is about critical thinking, problem solving, and decision making. So, standard 4, this standard standards expect that the students need to use the critical thinking skills. Di ba po, tayo yung yung 21st century learners. So, this standard is, as the students, we need to use the critical thinking skills to plan and conduct a research, and also manage projects, solve problems, and make informed decision using appropriate digital tools. Here naman sa standard 5 is about digital citizenship. It requires by the standard po na kung saan ang technology, every technology po, students become a digital citizen. So tayo, as a virtual learners in the 21st century, tayo ay isang matatawag ng digital citizen who demonstrated the ethical and legal behavior. So exemplified by the practice of safe and legal and responsible use of information. Further, the student exhibits positive attitude towards the support of technology for collaboration, learning, and productivity as a digital citizen. So, here, sa Digital 5, ang sinasabi lang naman po dito is about us being a digital citizen. Kailangan natin na, kumbaga, gamitin natin yung yung digital, yung mga gadgets natin. Like, say for instance, we are positive digital citizen. Why? Masasabi natin na positive digital citizen tayo kasi ginagamit natin yung mga gadget natin like laptop, laptop, cellphone, para makapag yung iPad, laptop, and cellphone, ginagamit natin sila to learn and also to continue our school, our studies, even though it's pandemic, di ba po? Now, for the last but not totally least is the standard 6 about technology operations and concept. So this one, the sound understandings of technology concepts, system, and operation is a standard that students should comply with. They too expect the operation of the concept of the technology. Further, they need to transfer current knowledge to learning and also to the new technologies. So, ayun po ang about sa standard 6 of concept operation. Now, when there is a quote here, we need technology in every classroom and every student and teacher's hand because it is the pen and paper of our time, and it is the lens through which we experience how much of our world. Again, this is Vanessa Franz Limbermal, and I am your reporter for this first topic of our chapter 1, lesson 1. Sorry kung ni-record ka na lang. Sorry po kasi meron po kasi kung kasabay na meron po akong kasabay na lesson, subject dito sa PCK4, and gusto ko na pong matapos para po maisama na po natin sa exam natin. Sorry po kung ni-record ko na lang. Anyway po, do you have question about my report? You are free to ask me a question po. And also, I will be posting this PowerPoint on the, on the Google Classroom. Tatanungin ko po si Ma'am Queenie kung gusto niyang i-post ko doon or sa GC na lang para po meron kayong mapag-reviewan. Thank you so much for listening. So sa akin, itong sa akin na report. Ang next report po is reporter po would be Ate Alice Vargas po. She will be reporting the lesson 2, understanding the basic concepts in ICT po. That would all po. Thank you and enjoy the rest of the morning.